I am 26 years old, and I still love Disney princesses. There are some that might label this hobby as a little juvenile or strange. It might seem odd that I love to color Disney princess pictures and put them up in the walls of my room, or that I have princess costumes in my size. But for me, when I look at the princesses and their stories, I see so much more than beautiful ball gowns, romantic princes, and happily ever afters. When I watch their movies, I see so much more. I see powerful lessons that need to be learned, some which are even biblical in their nature. Maybe I need to share some of these lessons with you to illustrate my point. From Snow White, we see that kindness, compassion, and a gentle spirit are some of the most beautiful features a woman can have. On the other hand, the evil queen shows us that bitterness and jealousy can actually undermine physical beauty. All women have the choice between these two sides to our nature, but choosing kindness over bitterness is so much more fulfilling. From Cinderella, we learn that our circumstances don't have to determine our attitude when we are able to focus less on ourselves and more on the good of those around us. Then we will find the ability to endure all the difficulties we face in our lives with grace, humility, and forgiveness in our hearts. From Sleeping Beauty, we learn that good will triumph over the darkest of evil, as long as good is willing to stand up against it. Prince Philip had to face so much to save Aurora, but he did not give up, even when it seemed impossible. We would all be wise to face the difficulties in our lives in this way. In The Little Mermaid, we see a picture of Christ's love for us and Triton's sacrifice for his daughter. Through that, we are reminded that no matter how much we rebel against God, the sacrifice that Christ made for us on the cross is a sufficient price for us to receive grace. We simply have to make the choice to live our lives in light of that grace. From Beauty and the Beast, we are reminded that true beauty is found within, and that the transformative redemption of hardened hearts is a tale as old as time. We simply have to make the choice to not judge a book by its cover, and consistently show kindness to those around us, no matter how difficult it might be. Both you and the person you are demonstrating love towards will be changed in the process. From Aladdin, we learn that we should value others for their inner character, regardless of their appearance or their labels. We have to be intentional about finding those that may be a diamond in the rough, so that we can find opportunities to bring out the best in them. It's a choice that will change your perspective of everyone around you. From Pocahontas, we learn that when it comes to the differences we may have with other people, it's important to find the courage to pursue peace and refuse to give in to hate. It's when we make this choice that we find the ability to love people from every tongue, tribe, and nation of the world, regardless of what personal differences we may have. From Mulan, we learn that it's important for our inner character to match our outward reflection. We need to learn to be honest about who we are, so that we can demonstrate that even in our struggles, we are living our lives in light of God's grace. We need to find the courage to reveal our true reflection in all we say and do, and this will hopefully give others the courage to do the same. From The Princess and the Frog, we learn that hard work and having fun are both important parts of life. The trick is learning how to balance the two, never neglecting the things that need to be done, but not missing out on the fun opportunities that life brings our way. And it often helps if you have others in your life to help you keep that balance. We should never miss out on the opportunities or the people. From Tangled, we learn that everyone has dreams that we want to have fulfilled in this life, ones that we would give up almost anything to make a reality. But sometimes, dreams are worth sacrificing for the ones we love. If you make that choice, you will usually find a new dream in your humility. This dream is often better and much more fulfilling than the one you gave up in the first place. From Brave, we learn that choosing humility, especially when we are able to admit that we are wrong or at fault for our actions, can change the course of our future. We see that we can change our fate when we choose to mend the bonds that are torn by pride. You have to be brave enough to not only see it, but to also do it. From Frozen, we learn that love is putting someone else's needs before yours, and that even through everything we are afraid of in this life, love is more powerful than fear. After all, an act of true love can thaw a frozen heart. So when I look at Disney princesses, I see them as more than crowning jewels in the Disney movie empire. I see them as more than fun entertainment designed for just kids. I see them as more than stories about royalty living out their happily ever afters. What I see is a window into the hearts and minds of people, especially women. I see tools that can teach powerful moral truths, both good and bad. I see an opportunity to make connections with others, especially young girls. And for that reason, I will continue to enjoy Disney princesses and share that with others. I hope now you understand why.